alcoholism, it's not something that you can just turn off. People can go out to drink. Why can't you? Why can't you stop at just one? I'm college educated. Why couldn't I do that? I'm a mom. Why couldn't I do that? And I couldn't. It was beyond my physical capability on my own. It was in my 40s that I really started having addiction problems. My children were getting older, so finding who I was and where my value was, I really felt myself fading away and not being important. So drinking was a solace for me in some respects. My mom was an alcoholic and she died of this disease. So I had that disgust, that frustration of why couldn't she stop? When I realized that I was going down that rabbit hole myself, that self-loathing came back to me and I really began to hate myself for it. The addiction to alcohol becomes a physical craving of the body where you cannot function without that drink. People don't see it as a disease. I say that firsthand because it took me some convincing to acknowledge it was a disease. It was starting to interrupt my daily life. I was drinking in the mornings and I was drinking wine straight out of a bottle. And then I started hiding my alcohol. And in the end, I was drinking mouthwash. I really was going insane in all aspects of my life and even having thoughts of suicide. I did end up with 2 DUIs before it was all said and done. I was in jail in 2 different counties.
Ma'am, do you know why I pulled you over?
It was like, what am I doing and how can I stop? And one day, one of my children told me, Mom, we don't want to bring anybody by anymore because when we open that door, we don't know what we're going to find. My husband had already consulted a lawyer for a divorce. It was devastating. And that's where St. Joseph's came into the picture. Once I got into the behavioral hospital and went through my evaluations, it took me a couple days to realize that perhaps my life wasn't over and that it was time for me to surrender. And then I didn't want to leave. Kim was a big part of that.
On the opposite side of addiction is connection. We meet you where you are. We treat you like a human being. You are not damaged goods.
The thing that got me was she asked me who I was. And my answer was, oh, I'm a mom, I'm this, I'm that. And she looked straight at me, she goes, no, who is Jaretta? Who are you?
always start the mindfulness exercises with using our five senses. What did you see, smell, taste, hear, feel?
I was in the outpatient program for 4 months. Some of the tools that I gained in this program, one is self-love. I don't know that I ever really accepted myself for who I was. I've learned to ask for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength, responding, not reacting to situations. Today, if you ask me who I was, I am an alcoholic. I can say that for sure. And I'm a human being who cares, and I contribute. I give. I'm here for others, but I'm also here for myself. I feel much more in control of myself mentally, physically, and I can drive now. I've had my license since 2019. My last DUI just came off my license, and it was on there for 10 years. CommonSpirit and St. Joseph's changed my life by showing me the value I have as a human being and that I'm worth it.